Great. Welcome everyone to What's Left podcast. John here, Jake and Brad. We are the punk rock garage band podcast, adding our voice to resistance as loudly as we can. And thank you guys all for helping the nation grow. I'm glad that this thing is really becoming something. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you haven't done it already, what are you waiting for? Do it now. We got a lot to talk about. This whole section is going to be on ICE. Kristi Noem was at a congressional hearing today. She got grilled by lawmakers. Uh, Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Check us out on Substack. Let's get into it, guys. Kristi Noem uh, had to appear for some oversight in Congress today, and I actually want to start with a video. I know um, we usually talk about some stuff first, but I feel like this one here was probably one of the most telling, uh, and just caught. Because, we all know they're lying, but like, here is her getting caught mid-lie, maybe.
How
There.
many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
We are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Sejun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows our laws.
Will you commit to at least looking at Mr. Park's case to see if you can help him find a pathway back to this country that he sacrificed so much for?
I will absolutely look at his case.
She was confronted again with another veteran whom she's deported. All in all, there's eight. Jake, do you happen to have the graphic? Not only did she deport eight veterans, a internal communication was released by Representative Moulton that confirms that she sent a letter with her signature on it from DHS that says as many as eight veterans have been deported in these ICE raids. Um, and so yep, and you see your signature there at the bottom. So that, my friends, would constitute perjury. All right, Jake, thanks. You could take that one down. Just wanted to make sure it was there. It'll show a little evidence, These, MAGA types that pop in these videos are like, you don't fucking coddle my balls hard enough. And so there you go. There you have it. There's her signature. That's what you got. Guys, it is sick that we do these things to anybody. Veterans? Excuse me? Like,
The part that pissed me off the most is she's like, I will look at his case. You don't give a fuck about that man. Y'all don't even give a fuck about my brother that's a veteran living in bright red fucking Ohio. Why the
mhm.
fuck are y'all gonna do anything to get somebody that's a non-white? Why would you help them? Like, you guys don't care about veterans. Stop pretending like you do. That means nothing to them. They're like, oh shit, we don't give a fuck.
You also didn't thank him directly. She shied away from that too, as well.
That is true. Like she thanked generally veterans,
Mhm.
all of our people. And then she always quantified it with followed our laws. Now, the Park, the first veteran is a recovering addict like myself. He has 14 years in recovery. He committed some drug-related crimes back in the day. And I mean, that is something that many veterans suffer with. Like many veterans go through PTSD because, as I've said before on the show, one of the most horrifying things you can do to ask people to do is go to a foreign country and trust me, bro, these are the people you need to kill. And uh, especially, most of our wars have been, proven not so I don't know, how do I want to say this?
Necessary is the word.
Necessary. Thanks, Brad. That's yeah, less than necessary, to say the fucking least. Um, So yeah, that's for sure. And we're going to talk about that in a separate section. So look out for that. Look out for our news blitz. We're going to talk about regime change in Venezuela. But let's stick here with Kristi Noem and these veterans. Uh, she also was confronted with the idea that they are deporting people who are here during doing the asylum process. Now, the law states that it is illegal to deport someone while they are in while they're seeking asylum. Like that's what the law says, whether you like it or not, as they're so fucking happy to point out. when the law is on, when the law proves what they want, just like the Bible, they treat the law like the Bible. If it fits their narrative, we got to stick to the letter of it. If it doesn't, well, it's not all that important. And in this case, this is one of those things like love thy neighbor, where they just don't consider it all that important. And so Goldman, who I'm not going to show because Brad Lander is running against him, the progressive former mayor candidate in New York who co-ran with Zoran basically, is running for that seat from the left. And Goldman gets wishy-washy on his asylum stuff, but he points it out that they are the ones breaking the law. ICE is the ones breaking the law. And we see that over and over and over again. And I feel like that's important to point out. Like, starting with Kristi Noem, she's a criminal. We're talking perjury so far and making illegal orders to deport people on asylum.
I don't I don't understand how there are no checks and balances for her essentially at this point because she's not going to be held accountable. We already know Congress isn't going to do anything. They've proven they're not going to do anything because Hague stuff should have already been
Yeah.
in the Hague. So like they're not going to do anything. They don't care. So what is stopping this from continuing? Outside of us speaking out about it and bringing attention to the situation, there's nothing that will actually stop this because, well, we've watched it for 11 months. Nothing's stopping it. They're spending infinite amounts of money on this. They're committing illegal acts constantly outside of just like the humanity side of things. Like what they're doing is illegal and nothing is being done to stop them. There's no checks and balances. The Supreme Court plays beta every single time
Mm.
there's an issue, every single time.
Supreme Court doesn't just they play devil's advocate. They gave them permission to arrest based on racial profiling. We see that a lot, almost constantly.
I mean, the Supreme Court essentially gave Donald Trump a free pass this time around. It
Yeah,
said presidents can't be held accountable for what they do.
the Supreme Court laughs in the face of the Constitution right now, and that's just not helping. Here we have video. This is from, I believe, Illinois. Uh, this U.S. citizen was tackled with an illegal chokehold for looking Somali.
What's your name? 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 You can't do that. What is your name? 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 What's your name? What's your name? No, let it go.
If you're not watching and you're listening, the this person was tackled coming out of the hotel room that they were working in on his way to lunch and was tackled, he says, by a masked man uh, and begged him to check his digital passport. He's a U.S. citizen. They drove him 7 miles away and then just left him out in a snowstorm and told him to walk home. Told him to walk home. U.S. citizen.
This should infuriate everybody. This is what we were talking about. They're simply doing it to the brown ones so you don't care yet. They are arresting and detaining U.S. citizens. What do we not understand? Aside from the fact that it's ridiculous that they do it to anyone at all, they are doing it to us,
Hmm.
us, Americans. They are doing it to us based on the profiling that they choose to acknowledge that week. It is happening to American citizens. Like, we can't stress this enough. American citizens are being arrested for being non-white.
Yes.
How are you not outraged by this?
Yeah. Jake, driving while black has always been sort of a crime here in the United States. But there's no denying that this is a insane amplification of what is already a pretty fucking racist country.
Yeah, and then you see people using the N-word and getting money for it, like it's just like we're feeling the fire. There's people in this country that obviously still support this, and it's sickening to think about. But if you do not feel any sympathy watching any of those videos, shell of a human or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They
And
don't
I
even
mean,
let them talk. They don't check anything. They just do not care.
yeah,
They do not care.
these are the ones we see.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the ones we don't. Now they're showing videos of them going around and they're putting tape over doorbell cameras. They're blocking out security cameras before they do their thing. Like if you are doing things lawfully, there is no reason, none, not to want to be filmed. So clearly they know what
No.
they're doing is illegal.
Yeah,
Clearly.
cops should love body cameras so that they can justify everything they do. If you're not doing anything wrong, you don't need to hide it.
Right.
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 100%. Yeah, if anything, like it should protect you. Just like, like if you're working in a school or daycare, like I know that you guys both do, just as an example, and there are cameras everywhere, which is great because it keeps you from being, it keeps people accountable and it keeps the kids safe. And just like the classroom, like this keeps the citizens safe and it keeps the officers safe and it keeps the teachers safe as well. And it keeps, so it's a two-way street anytime that you are doing something that can't be filmed as a in a professional capacity, uh, then you're probably doing something that you shouldn't be. I mean,
Right.
almost certainly. Um, let's talk about where they're keeping these people. Jake, you bring up the alligator Alcatraz ones. So Amnesty International did a report, which I mentioned briefly in one of our other shows, about alligator Alcatraz. Excuse me, got a little under the weather. A report finds torture and abuse at Florida ICE jails. Documented a pattern of human rights violations at the Chrome North Service Processing Center and the Everglades Detention Facility, Alligator Alcatraz, or Auschwitz, as we like to call it. Some of the stuff that they found with lights around 24/7, solitary confinement in a 2 foot by 2 foot box. And I want you to pause on that and think about, envision how small 2 feet by 2 feet is. It's crazy.
That's my shoulders essentially.
Yeah.
Just
It
just outside of my shoulders.
it's literally it's like a very small porta potty is a good way to think of it. And speaking of potties, the toilets are overflowing because the Evergreens facility is not properly plumbed. They keep them in shackles for an absurdly long period of time. And as we've seen, they like to stack them on top of each other. They like to advertise that for whatever reason. Um, this is Amy Fisher of Amnesty International. She says, what we're really seeing is an intentional development within the immigration detention that is aiming to make it increasingly cruel, increasingly abusive, so that people are forced to give up their immigration claims. So that's the point. Like, the point is to make people so miserable, they're like, deport me now. And I mean, even just anecdotally, like I know people who have, decided like it's really not worth staying here. Like the opportunities here are not worth the risk or the trouble, and are making arrangements to leave. And who can blame them? You got one more, I think, Jake.
The videos that they publish are like hype videos, and they get passed out everywhere so that people see it and they're like, man, they're not fucking around.
Yeah. No,
It's
exactly.
like it's yeah, it's to deter. They just want a white nation is what it comes down to at the end of it. Because again, no German immigrants are being ripped from the streets, no Russian
No.
immigrants are being ripped from the streets. South Africans are being welcomed with open arms. I think we like give them checks or something. I don't know, but
Right.
either way, they
It is like one of
it's one
the
white
one of
nation.
the only countries that you're still allowed to, there's no travel ban on. Um, this is a testimony uh from a detainee. When I was at Alligator Alcatraz, someone died. I heard a lot of screaming, but there's no way to know what actually happened to the person because we're not registered in ICE's system. We lived through hell and psychological and physical abuse. Excuse me. Yeah, these people are not even like their families can't talk to them. Um, some of them are there for extended periods of time, and like the prison system does typically, these detainees are also put to work. Now, prison work is usually Usually small, sometimes it's a lot, but it is usually around like it's like 50 cents a day in Ohio, less than that even. Example given though was like it's $1 a day in California and $5 to make a phone call from this detention facility. So you have to work more than a month to make a phone call, uh, which is, a form of slavery. Um, the slavery was never abolished for prisoners, for people in prison.
It was just privatized.
Yes. And these private prisons, they give to both political parties. So even when Democrats are fighting, as usual, they're fighting half-assedly or with a hand tied behind their back because they are taking that money. And a reminder that a lot of these prisons are also brought to you by Palantir. And Stephen Miller is heavily invested in Palantir, and somehow conflicts of interest are just not a thing. Everybody's favorite person is Stephen Miller.
God, I don't understand how we keep letting these fucking people run our country like this.
We are being led around by the nose by some of the biggest dorks in the universe.
Yeah, dude, Stephen Miller is a dork. You could tell.
Yeah,
That dude is yeah, dork. Yeah.
it got picked on, but not enough. Not enough. Somebody needs to bully. That's the thing. Like these people, when is there going to be pushback? Like, especially like even with Trump and these reporters. I don't want to get off base, but somebody's got to like eventually somebody's got to be like, listen, asshole. You know what I mean? Like he's just a human being. You know what I mean? We really sanctified this presidency. Like you wouldn't even give the Pope this much deference. Uh, so the gold coin on the other side of things, the gold card or whatever you want to call it, is moving forward, has been released according to them. For a cool $1 million now you can buy your citizenship. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. We have people getting arrested at their naturalization court
Yes.
hearings,
Yes.
and now you can just buy them for $1 million. These people have done everything right, literally everything right. They're at their hearing to become naturalized citizens of the United States of America,
Hmm.
and they're being arrested.
Being arrested.
It's insane, and now we're selling it. These people did everything you asked for, but they don't have enough money to live in your country, even though they are the literal backbone of your country.
Yeah. I like this. This Andy Kim it says, "Give me your wealthy, your well-rested, your yacht-owning crowds yearning for a tax break." The Statue of Liberty, apparently. Uh,
Gosh.
yeah. They were asked if there was any provisions, um, like did they have to like create jobs or anything like that? No, just $1 million, and not even like nobody even knows where that money goes. Jake, any guesses where that money goes? Probably directly to schools, right?
Oh, right, right, right. The Department of War, is that the answer we're going for?
It is. It's ironic though, that not ironic. It's a little strange that in official uh congressional like bill in the bill that they passed, like it has to be still referred to as the Department of Defense. Because it was never actually changed.
Right.
It's not a thing.
Except for all the money they spent changing like the signage, dude. What are we doing?
2 billion, just a cool 2 bill. No big deal. Just two thousands of millions of dollars. No worries, bro. You ain't even hungry yet. Um,
You see the
Kill
video where they do the rice to be like representative of this is what 1 million pieces of rice looks like, and they pour it out. And they're like, and this is what 1 billion pieces looks like. And it's like astronomical to try and comprehend it. I wonder it would take like a backhoe to show you what a trillion would look like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The defense budget would, yeah. I don't know. We have enough rice currently available.
Right. They are just backhoeing money into a pit that is the defense budget. Dude.
Yeah, a giant slush fund. Uh, we were big early on back in the day when our sound quality was terrible, and everything was a little less smooth than it is now. We were hammering for Kilmar Abrego Garcia's return. And Kilmar is, as of right now, a free man, walking around as ordered by the court and then released from prison. So good for him to enjoy some fresh air. Of course, he was immediately defamed by press secretary. Again, repeated the lies that he is a human trafficker and yada yada yada. Uh, Kilmar Abrego Garcia does not have MS-13 tattooed on his knuckles, despite what you
No,
may have heard.
it's not Times New Roman right there on his knuckles.
No, Terry, Terry, listen to me, Terry. I think like the thing that I will regret the most, maybe. I hope it's what I regret the most. I hope it doesn't get any. I hope it's over tomorrow. Uh, but like from a funny standpoint, I just wish that like Terry Moran had just let that whole interview been that. Like just let him go and just let him keep talking about how MS-13 was actually tattooed on the knuckles of Camaro Abrego Garcia. Hey, you want to hear a fun fact? The president of Honduras that Trump is pushing for is the endorsed candidate of MS-13. So,
John, you have a wild concept for fun facts.
That is not on a Snapple.
no, no. I'm still a little upset they switched to plastic.
Oh, I'm devastated by that.
I and
By
I,
the
I
way,
I don't
devastated.
know for sure, but I definitely feel like glass is 1005% more biodegradable than any form of plastic.
I thought so.
So, not happy.
It
But
doesn't
you know,
taste the same.
it does not. Oil and gas got to get their fucking nut though. Can't be out here selling beverages without oil and gas getting a fucking piece. God almighty. Um, so also there is a facility in Texas that has been accused of trafficking people out of the facility, sexual abuse, uh, like it's systemic sexual abuse, actually, to be more clear about it. The name of this facility is in Texas. Let's see it. Um, they're accused of beatings and sexual abuse. Civil rights coalitions calls for the immediate closure of the camp, where more than 2,700 detainees are being held. They traffic these people into Mexico who are non-Mexican nationals, without any like clandestine deportation. So like violation of everything, just everything. Like just like the word violation is, oh, it's called Fort Bliss. Uh,
Um,
yeah. God almighty. Of course, the super trustworthy Department of Homeland Security, who was not caught committing perjury 7 times today or whatever, uh, denies that any of these things are happening. So that pretty much confirms it for me. I mean, if she says it ain't happening, it's definitely happening.
It's definitely happening.
These people belong in fucking prison. Fucking prison. These are the real criminals. Don't fucking run me another segment on Fox News about how CVS has to lock up the shampoo because fucking the wealth gap has tripled in the past 10 minutes, okay? Fucking the real criminals are these motherfuckers. The real criminal is Elon Musk who's about to become a trillionaire. Walk his ass up, take his money. I want to see him fucking arrested like a fucking US, like a regular US citizen. I want to see his ass dragged around a little bit. Let me catch who's that guy? Uh Palantir, Peter Thiel. See how he likes a fucking knee in the back of his neck. Piece of shit, stealing all of our fucking data. Like these are real crimes. These are real crimes causing real problems. These people are the ones that should be arrested, um, or something like that. Anyway, oh, go ahead.
There's never been a revolution without violence.
That's just it. Like, I'm not out here like saying like get the
I know
guillotine.
you're anti-violence. I know.
I'm
You're an
saying,
anti-violence guy. I know you are.
yeah, I'm saying use the law. The laws are there. They're breaking them. Arrest them. That's all I'm saying. Arrest them with the same. I mean, if what you're doing to these people is just, then I guess all's fair. That's all I'm saying. So people do fight back though. This one's funny. It's funny with the sound on. It's not so funny without the sound. So first you gotta turn the sound on.
I'm very privileged and honored today to have my family with me. I'd like to introduce them to you.
Disruptions of congressional business is a violation of law, is a criminal offense under federal law. Audience members are advised to take their seats and maintain order.
The power of Christ compels you. Man busted into a congressional hearing to commit a misdemeanor. Just to do that. And for that, we say thank you.
We do. Incredible.
Yeah. Great work. That was
How do you get into like sometimes I feel like all this shit is fucking theatrics, dude. How did he get in there with the sign? And like they're just like, oh yeah, but take a seat, you're good.
because you can sit there quietly with your sign. I don't know. Just like
The Pope didn't raise any suspicions.
Jake, you've been a Catholic long enough to know he was not dressed as the Pope. He was dressed as either a bishop or a cardinal.
I'm about to say merely a cardinal.
Looked like a cardinal. The red hat, I think he had a red hat on, which would make him a cardinal. So, you don't got to play dumb here, Jake. We know.
It's a bird.
We know you know.
That's Ohio State bird. What do you mean?
So I got a tale of two teachers for you. Here's one. Substitute teacher.
You say I wanted to know. You said something about what she said, Subway, I don't know.
I don't know. It was something about a sandwich at an ice agent.
Yeah, ice agent. What was that about?
6, 7. You don't watch the news?
Huh? I watch the news.
Yeah. Oh shit, there's the bell.
No, there wasn't. She tried to fool you. But like, you can't fool Miss Moreau. If anything, I don't think I shouldn't even been coming out of teacher's mouth, you know?
No, you're always going to be coming out of the teacher's mouth.
But like, ICE agent is wild for a teacher to say, don't you think?
Well, throwing things at somebody.
But that's political.
No. So they are authority in what they're doing, and somebody feeling like they have the right to.
My ears! We got a couple kids in here that might not feel
Right. Oh, I need to leave. My eardrums are about to bust.
My ears are about to bust. They're about to bust. But like,
So, in case it was confusing, that teacher threatened to call ICE on her students if they did not stop throwing things, allegedly throwing things.
They were throwing things. We don't this day, these days. They were throwing things. That's an outlandish remark to make as an educator. Outlandish. That is crazy.
Insane.
The kids did report her to the vice principal, who was crazy pissed, as they should be. I'm not sure, but that teacher was removed, and hopefully she won't teach again because she shouldn't be within a fucking country mile of children.
Especially if you can't control a room without threatening.
Yeah, without threats. Come on. All right. So here is a principal of another school. Different tact.
Get off my steps! Not today and not in this school!
We're leaving, all right?
Move it! Go on, you hear me? Call me Batwoman, because you won't be harassing my students on my watch!
Nice.
For those listening, that is a principal standing on the steps of a school yelling at a ICE agent holding what appears to be a Louisville Slugger. Hell yeah. We love to see that. And you know what's crazy too is like, racism is not inherent. It is a learned behavior. And you see it with those kids there in that classroom where immediately like, okay, the fuck was that, right? Like they know better. And you see all over the country, I'm just going to play some of these without sound, but you see these these kids marching out of their school, and it's good to see, like, literally everywhere. I mean, these are middle school kids, high school kids. Um, like, they don't want their friends deported, right? They don't want their friends' parents deported. They know that it's wrong. And honestly, like, a kid's conscience is a little bit more sensitive, maybe, than some adults. And it would behoove people to take a special notice that when kids are this upset, to take notice of things like this. It's maybe, just maybe, like, parents should also be upset about this. But if that were true, then climate change would have been a real topic 20 years ago. So we don't pay attention or listen to. Uh, we don't care about kids' future here. We just don't. We don't give a fuck about them.
I don't make the rules for this stuff, but if my kids got beef with somebody, I got beef with those same people. If
Yeah.
my kid feels this strongly about anything that they're willing to like march and protest and exercise their First Amendment right, then I'm standing behind my kid. I support my child supports. Like they
Uh,
feel so strongly about protecting their friends and protecting the people of this country, whether you believe it or not. Like you got to kind of see where these kids are coming from. This is our future. We
mhm.
can't turn them cold. They haven't turned cold yet. We have become numb to a lot of things.
You're right. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
They've yet to be jaded by the world. Like, we should be taking notes. All right. Any last thoughts on ICE? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, watching, listening, liking, subscribing. Um, Check us out, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, do it now. Join the nation. It's growing every day, and we really appreciate that. Can't tell you how much it means to us to have so much support. And you know what? All the fucking trash talk today, y'all keep bringing it. And also, read a fucking book. Honest to God. Like, get out there and goddamn just read a fucking book. Like, read a book and touch some grass. Do us all a favor, go to therapy. Until next time, I'm John,
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
and that's what's left.
Since the presidential election 13 months ago, 25 GOP seats in special elections have flipped to blue.